I've been saying for a number of years that all roads lead to narcissism. And for the people I know who vote that way, they voted that way and they want to kind of will
Yeah.
themselves to be correct. Because his ostensibly what you're saying is you're a Democrat. Yes. You vote Democrat. Yes. Then you're responsible for Gavin Newsom and Garcetti. Yes. Well, then you're wrong. The next thing you can say is you're wrong.
Yeah.
You're wrong. And these are people that hate being wrong. They have huge egos and they never want to be wrong. So it's like a kind of a cognitive dissonance. It's kind of like, yeah, I voted for that guy and yeah, he's doing a horrible job, but I'm going to vote for that party again because that way I'll never have to admit I was wrong. But you are wrong because they're running the state into the ocean.
There aren't that many public people in Cali that are really publicly fighting the lockdowns and trying to get people back to work. Your whole sort of public existence is sort of based around the value of work and your story about work, and you like people that work, basically. You see value in work. What's your take on just nobody's working? I mean, we got companies with people working, thankfully, but a lot of people aren't working.
I think the problem it's kind of a leftist Democrat sort of mindset, which is why do you work? And the answer is to get money, to buy food, to take care of your family, to pay rent. Okay. Well, what if we just paid your rent and gave you food?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, well, that would seem to handle the problem mathematically at first glance, but you're forgetting about a super important part of work, which is self-worth and pride and self-esteem and the depression that kicks in and all that once you get on the dole. So their thing is they have this bizarre approach to reverse engineer everything. Like, hey, if a lot of young black teens are being suspended from schools, then stop suspending
Yeah,
young
yeah.
black teens. It's like, okay, that's not going to fix anything. If homelessness is illegal, then don't make it illegal anymore. Like this in Gaston is that way too. It's
Right.
like hey, the prisons are overcrowded. How do we fix that? Let everyone out of prison. Well, that obviously doesn't fix. The 75% of the kids can't do math at grade level. Well, then lower the test scores. It's like, okay, your car's not going fast enough. Well, then bust the glass of the speedometer and take your finger and turn the needle up to 80 miles an hour. You're still going 23 miles an hour.
Why is it, though? I think I've asked you this publicly on the show last time, and I know we've talked about it privately. Why is it, though, that so many people cannot make the jump from the stupid decisions to their involvement in the stupid decisions? That no matter how many times they vote in people and policies that make everything worse. Like right now, if you and I walked out of our studios and we just started talking to people on the street and you said to people, how's it going in LA? Everybody would say, man, it's a freaking mess. Or if you said, how's Gavin Newsom doing? They'd all say horrible. No, there's nobody defending these people at there's the rabid sort of crazies, but pretty much nobody else. But why is it? And is it just because of the weather? It has fried all of our brains, basically. It's nice out, so people cannot realize that the stupid, easy answers aren't the actual answers.
I've been saying for a number of years that all roads lead to narcissism. And for the people I know who vote that way, they voted that way and they want to kind of will themselves
Yeah.
to be correct. Because his ostensibly what you're saying is you're a Democrat. Yes. You vote Democrat. Yes. Then you're responsible for Gavin Newsom and Garcetti. Yes. Well, then you're wrong. The next thing you can say is you're wrong.
Yeah.
You're wrong. And these are people that hate being wrong. They have huge egos and they never want to be wrong. So it's like a kind of a cognitive dissonance. It's kind of like, yeah, I voted for that guy and yeah, he's doing a horrible job, but I'm going to vote for that party again because that way I'll never have to admit I was wrong. But you are wrong because they're running the state into the ocean.
The state has no money. There's homeless people everywhere, drug addicts. Our education's horrible. Do you think maybe we should try voting for somebody else? Did you see when, who was it? Bill Maher had Adam Schiff on, And Marr's complaining. Marr's going, oh, all of my friends are leaving LA because of high taxes and blah, blah, blah. And Schiff's like, oh, well, we're the business-friendly party. And it's meaningless what he's saying, of course. But I wanted to kind of smack Bill Maher through the TV and be like, what are you talking about? You are the one that's supporting all of these people. And then all your friends leave and you wonder why you're alone.
Well, sometimes they don't even say we're the party of. They just go, well, people are leaving because of overregulation and high taxes and a bad business environment. It's like, yes, they're leaving because of all the policies you enacted. Those are your policies. That's why they're leaving.
Yeah, they seem to be unable to make that jump. Lockdowns, I know you're not happy. You're as pissed as I am. You're tweeting about it all the time. Do you think there's any, like on the science level, do you just think there's any science behind any of this at this point? I mean, again, right now we could both walk out. We live about 20 minutes away from each other, but we could walk outside of our houses. It's a beautiful day as it always is. We cannot sit outside and have a coffee because of lockdowns.
Yeah, at a place where you purchase a coffee. I think we could probably go up to your roof deck and enjoy
you're always
a latte
welcome on
together.
my roof deck. Actually, you are welcome on my roof deck, but according to Garcetti, you're not supposed to be on my roof deck.
Oh, right. Well, a lot of it is, most of it is the crops are dying. We need a virgin to throw in the volcano. And someone goes, how's that going to help the crops? And they go, you shut up. I got to do something. The villagers are upset. They want action. I mean, whoever the health minister or czar, whatever, of Los Angeles, as much as admitted it. It's like I said, outdoor dining isn't dangerous. We don't have any data to support it's dangerous, but we want people to stay home.
They literally said that. You're not making that up. That is what the guy said. Yeah.
Well, first things first, do you get to decide who stays home? That's your job? Your job is, I will decide when you get to leave your house, and even if it's for spurious reasons and there is no direct correlation between any danger of spreading the disease and eating outdoors, I'm still just going to make this random decision and you shall stay home. I mean, it's funny. It's a comment that kind of slid by a lot of people, but it's a very scary precedent when the powers that be are essentially saying, you're going to stay home because I told you to stay home. And then you go, give me proof why I should stay home. And they go, I don't have to give you proof. I told you to stay home.
But are you shocked how quickly we all became sheep? I mean, everybody.
Well, what I realize, what has happened is California especially, Los Angeles especially, it's so overregulated. It's so burdensome. It's so tyrannical, and its leaders are so tyrannical in terms of its burden that they put on the taxpayers, that we all got sort of indoctrinated into this slowly. Like, imagine trying to pull this shit off in 1955.
Right.
People just be like, no, I'm not staying home. Nope. And by the way, when I leave my house, I'm taking my gun in case one of you assholes tries to arrest me. Like, that's where we would be at. But it was a slow, quiet indoctrination of, think about what you can't do. Here's what you can't do. Here's what you must do. Here's all the things, you can't smoke in a restaurant. Okay, well, I'll go to the smoking. No smoking. Oh, then I'll go to the bar. No smoking at the bar. Well, then I'll go to the patio. No smoking at the patio. Like, it's such a crazy Stockholm syndrome that everyone who lives in California has a kind of a Stockholm syndrome. Like, I say all the time, hey, your business, your restaurant, there's no reason why you need to shut down your outdoor dining. You've made a lot of concessions. You spent a lot of money. Just F these guys. Stay open. And everyone's like, I don't want to get into trouble. Well, that's what the overregulation has created. This huge sort of umbrella, always, under the guise of safety. And everyone is just scared, but slowly scared. Like, just think about, you know what? Think about the beach. I always talk about the beach, but think about the beach. Like, imagine telling someone from the 50s in Malibu, hey, you can't have that cigarette on the beach. Or, what are you doing? I'm drinking a beer. You can't drink a beer on the beach. You look at the sign. I always tell everyone, look at the sign at the beach. In the 50s, they didn't have a sign. at some point it was like no bonfires between 3 a.m. and 6 a.m. You know what I mean? Now it's like no frisbee, no dogs, no football, no cigarettes,
literally no humans, no humans.
Like literally, yeah, no humans on the beach. I mean, think about how they ratchet it up. Think about how the sign gets longer. They always add something to the sign. They never remove something from the beach sign. Every year, there's 2 more things you can't do on the beach. And when you go physically look at those signs now, it is a scroll of things citizens can't do on our beach.
If you're looking for more honest and thoughtful conversations about comedy instead of the nonstop yelling you get everywhere else, check out our comedy playlist. And if you want to watch full interviews on a variety of topics, check out our full episode playlist. They're both right over here. And to get notified of all future videos, be sure to subscribe and click the notification bell.